New Year's resolutions. We all have them. Some of us want to spend more time with family. Some of us want to earn more money. But the number one New Year's resolution out there is to eat healthier and get fit. And what I mean by get fit, specifically, I mean lose weight. So why is it that 49% of all people that start this resolution fail? Well, that's what we're here to discuss here on Chopping It Up with Stacie Lamar. Hey y'all, welcome back. This is Stacie Lamar of Chopping It Up with Stacie Lamar. Happy New Year to everyone. Happy 2022. This is the year when we all get to make it happen. This is a year where, with all the uncertainty that's going on, there's one thing that we do have control over, and that's our lives. You know, if we want to do it, we have the power to do it. With that said, I want to introduce the people that are going to be chopping this up with me today. We're going to start with the ladies. Christina, go ahead and introduce yourself, girl.
Hi, my name is Christina. You probably know me from the show Chopping It Up. If you don't, go ahead and check it out.
Alrighty. And Matthew, go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
My name is Matthew Bolton. I'm new to this. Long time in Stacie. Long time.
All right.
I just want to tap it up. Give my people that's the one hand.
And I appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. And Goss, go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Name is God Still, bodybuilder, personal trainer for over 25 years.
All right. All right, Kate. So, guys, the number one resolution each year in and year out, is to eat healthier and to get in shape. That's what everybody is looking to do, including myself. I mean, I make the resolution myself. But why is it that we make that resolution, that particular resolution? Christina, why do you think we make that resolution?
Because I think we know how important it is to be healthy. We know that as we get older, that's going to be more important. It gets more important as we get older. So I think it's on the top of everybody's list, whether they follow through with it or not. But I do believe that it is at the top of everybody's list if they want to make better decisions in what they eat and they want to lose weight.
Okay. All right. Hey, Matt, the same question, man. Why do you think people make a conscious effort to make that resolution?
Basically, the same reason, maybe they start to see things in their life that's like, okay, I can do something this year. I can look at things and get myself in shape, and they'll create a resolution for that because the resolution is supposed to push it to do it,
Okay.
which it doesn't do.
Okay. All right. Goss, same question, man. Why do people choose that one above all the others?
Health is an important thing. I agree with what both persons said before me. We all want to look better. We all want to feel better. So with all that also build up confidence that helps us to improve in everything else that we do daily.
Okay. All right. So now, with this particular resolution, though, 49% of all the people that start the resolution fail. And Christina, why do you think? What are some of the pitfalls? Why does such a high percentage of people fail when they attempt to eat healthy and lose weight and get fit?
So So two ways I believe it's how, two places, for me, in my life, I can speak on where I feel it happens. One, I think it's lack of planning. And two, lack of self-discipline when it comes to having to exercise. Because eventually, at first you start out, you're super pumped, you want to do it, you have the energy to do it, you have the motivation, but at some point, within a few weeks, you're going to feel not motivated. You're going to feel tired. You're going to be having a hard day at work, whatever. And you're going to have to do it, and you're going to make a choice of working out or not working out. And I believe that's where a lot of times people fall off, is where life stuff, they don't keep it as a priority, and they let other things overweigh their health.
Okay. That's a good one. You said that, basically life happens, and they put that, as a priority over the resolution they made. That's a good point. Hey, Goss, what about you, man? What are some of the pitfalls that that people get into that stops them from completing this?
When you decide to do this, you have to understand that it has to become a lifestyle. It's not something you can do and then quit and go back. And you do it for a little while longer and quit and go back. It has to become a lifestyle because you're not going to see results immediately. And I think that's where the biggest problem is as far as the failure goes, because, okay, you want to put on some muscle, but it's not going to take 6 weeks. It's going to take a while to actually pack on the muscle that you may want to pack on.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just say, okay, I'm going to pack on some muscle and then start and stop. And that's generally what people do. That's where the failure comes in at, is it doesn't become a lifestyle. You have to kind of corner off a little section of time for yourself in order to do that. Okay. And if you can't do that, then you're not going to be able to continue. And 9 times out of 10, you are going to fail.
Wow. Okay. So basically, you're saying that people literally have to make it a priority for themselves. It has to be priority. So, but to tie to what Christina was saying, she's saying, okay, it started out as a priority, but then, like she said, life happens. Life steps in, right. But you have to maintain your resolution as a priority, with at the same time making your responsibilities in life a priority. So
exactly.
Okay, that's what you guys are saying.
Exactly.
All right. Hey, Goss, what you got to say on that one, man?
I agree with both persons, but I'm gonna take it a bit further.
Okay.
I think the problem with us, we want things to happen overnight. Like the gentleman before me said, getting in doesn't happen overnight. I'm gonna use you as an example.
Oh, hey, man.
Listen to me for a second. You're a singer. How long did it take for you to develop your voice?
I feel you. It took a minute.
Exactly. So that was repetition after repetition. So it's the same thing with working out. Every day, it's like you put layers of bricks. I train every day, but if I got to do a show, I got to prepare myself 4 months ahead. Get ready for that level 5 months ahead. You got to start dieting. So if people don't see results in a week or two, they quit. Because they expect it to happen overnight. And that doesn't happen like that. We didn't gain weight overnight. We didn't put on 60 pounds overnight. That took time. So it's the same thing when you're trying to get in shape. It's going to take time. You got to keep laying brick after brick after brick. Then you start seeing the difference.
Okay. I mean, that's sound. And I do agree with it. Guys, he hit the nail right on the head with that one. And, I can't throw stones. I really cannot throw stones with that one, because I happen to be one of them people, that, I'm looking for that next, and God will tell you. I was asking God, hey, man, where the pill at? I want that pill that you take, that they found in the Himalayas underneath some volcanic ash and brought it to the U.S. and you take it and all the junk just fall off. That's we want it immediately. That is our MO. So how do we combat that? I mean, so okay, what you guys said is great. That is excellent advice. All of you hit key points. But and then, like you said, Matt, it's a lifestyle. But so how do we condition our minds to want to, go into that lifestyle? Matthew, how do we do that, man?
I'm saying you have those that can do it, and you have those that can't. And it's all about, to me, it's more about focus and what it is that you're actually trying to achieve. Because if you're trying to get some money from somewhere through doing something, you will continue to do it until you get that money. So getting in shape, you have to kind of look at it as being money. I'm going to get this money. And even when you working out at times, you talk about getting money.
Okay.
That's all money. For somebody that actually works out all the time, for example, how now I worked out every day.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes 2-3 times a day when we were coming up in high school.
Yeah.
And it was always about, okay, well, I did my chest today. I did my chest earlier. Let me do my legs. Let me do this. And I was just constantly always trying to gain. You don't always have people like that. You have people that just don't like exercise, period. So they are looking for those quick fix type things, the pill.
Yeah.
Okay, I can take this pill and get in shape without even having to do all this other stuff. But no, you need to do that because your body needs to build muscle memory. So this stuff doesn't get as tedious as it can get, because as soon as you start working out, a lot of people, as soon as they start working out and they get sore, they want to quit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sore, man. I ain't doing this no more.
That soreness is so hard to get through.
Yeah.
That soreness is hard to come back from.
And it's worse as you get older. It's a lot worse as you get older. You get in spots where you done worked out and can't get out of the bed.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh man, do I want to?
And you gotta tell yourself like, pain is gross, trying to work through it.
Hey.
Yes, like I said, that's the money. The pain is the money.
Okay. Hey,
and that's what you're trying to get. It even gets kind of tedious when you stop getting sore.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, is it working? Am I doing anything? Does this matter now anymore? Because you're not getting sore anymore. You got used to getting sore.
Hey, Goss. So with what Matthew said, I mean, obviously, we've all heard that saying, no pain, no gain. Is there a way for the person that is attempting to do this? Because like I said, 49%, at least that's what when I looked it up, that's in 2020, that was the percentage of people that started this and failed. So is there a way to do the workouts and alleviate the pain, or at least minimize it? Is there a way to do that?
You're gonna get pain. Anything that you haven't done in a while, you're gonna get pain. You ride a bike, 15 years of your life, you were a kid. You stop riding for a year, you get back on the bike, your butt cheeks hurt, everything hurts. The thing is, you get back on it, it gets better. After a week or two, all of a sudden it's not the same no more, unless you push it to the next level. And for you to get to the next level, you're gonna feel that pain. Everything has its level, and it all depends on what you're looking for. Not everybody wants to be Arnold, not everybody wants to be The Rock. But if you're sitting there, you're watching a TV show for 3 hours, watch 15 minutes each hour, because back in my day, we had commercials. Now with Netflix, there's no commercials. So guess what? If you watch a show, have a 6-year-old tell yourself, I'm going to do 3 sets of abs before I watch the next series. I'm going to do 3 sets of push-ups. Even if you do 1, but guess what? Next week you'll be able to do 2. And that's all we need to do. If you stay consistent, you'll improve. And as long as you're improving, there's one thing we love as human, is when people compliment us. And guess what? 3 months from now, somebody tell you, guess what? Your face is thinner. You'll see how automatically the person's going to get happy. Your weight's not dropped. You look smaller. Now they're going to go home and double up everything. But we got to stay consistent.
Staying consistent is, and yeah, you're right. I mean, we do like our compliments. I mean, I know I do. I mean, I'm trying to get out of people calling me the little Santa Claus. So, so I'm going to go over a couple of things that are the most common excuses for us when starting this resolution. The number one excuse, is lack of time. Christina, I mean, do you find that to be true? I mean, like you said, life happens, but like God says, you have to find the time. But do you find that to be true, that you don't have enough time to work out or
definitely, I have had that in just trying to balance everything between family and work and all that kind of stuff. It can be difficult. It really can. It's hard. But I also know people that are very busy and work 12-hour days and get up at 4 a.m. to go work out. And so it's just kind of like, at what level, I guess, do you want to have your commitment? Because if you're getting up at 4 a.m., you're highly committed, I would say. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it just depends, it kind of just depends. For me, I feel like I tend to maybe use things that are in my life as an excuse instead of using them as an inspiration, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like I'm a woman that's getting to a certain age. And I know that if I don't work out, then I'm going to start seeing physically issues with myself, just in, like my bones and things like that. As you get older, all those things deteriorate. And we know that with exercise and strength training, that those things can be combated or can be better, But do I do them? I don't do them. I need to stop doing them. So I just think I need to stop, for me, using things in my life as excuses and using them for inspiration. Yes, I'm very busy with my daughter, but I also want to be around and be able to do the things that she wants to do. So I need to be physically healthy to be able to do that, right? So.
Okay, that's a good point. Like you said, I mean, you want to spend time, you want to spend more time with your daughter, but you also want to be around, so when she gets older.
Right.
So the second most common excuse is they're not seeing the results, and I think we've touched on that quite a bit. But that's number 2. The person wants to quit after nothing's happening. I'm not losing weight. I got on the scale and I was 185. And I got on the scale the following week, and I'm still 185. Goss, how do we get past that threshold? I'm not seeing the results quick, as fast as I would like to.
See, America live on the scale, which I think is a problem. Just because you're still 185 doesn't mean that you're still in the same shape. Your breathing might be better. You might be able to run a mile now when you couldn't. Again, it goes back to that old saying, muscle is heavier than fat, but people never really tell you why muscle is heavier than fat. 10 pounds of fat might stretch out, let's say, to about a foot, where 10 pounds of muscle might only take about 6 inches. So you got to fill up that whole area. That's why muscle weighs more than fat. But 185 doesn't mean the same thing. You might still be 185 and your waistline is smaller. You 185 still, but guess what? Now you got more endurance. But people don't measure that. We live on the scale thinking just because it says 185, it means the same thing. Not every dish, that prepared the same way tastes exactly the same. We could have rice, but each one will taste differently.
Yeah.
So we got to pay attention to little things. Your clothes going to fit differently than it did probably a month ago. That you 185 still. So we got to look at it in different ways.
So you're
Three
saying
people weigh 185 is not the same thing.
okay.
Each one of us will look different.
So you're saying that, you started with we live on the scale, and I think that that is true. I mean that we got our behinds on that scale a lot. I mean they even make them that they talk to you now. So is that for the most part with everyone that's attempting to do this, that they should just go by how their clothes are fitting and how they feel, and not so much what the scale says?
Again.
Okay.
Part of it, put it this way. Let's say I'm 205. I might be 205 today. My lower abs doesn't look right. And next month, now all of a sudden I got a six-pack, but I'm still 205. My pants feel differently. Now I could walk further. There's different ways to look at it. As long as you keep working, you can only move forward.
Okay.
You can only move forward. There's no way you're going to regress it. Either way, there's something that's happening that's making you better. Certain things you can't measure, you can't see it, doesn't mean it's not taking place.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Exactly.
Okay.
I agree with that.
So number 3 is cost. Apparently, it costs a little bit more to do the right thing. Whether it be having to buy equipment, having to buy gym memberships, having to buy the right foods. And in these times, money is not necessarily, it's never grown on trees, but right now it definitely ain't grown on any trees. So that's a big one. People may or may not have the money to do the right thing. So hey Matthew, what do you think we could do, or what advice would we give my viewers, on how do we get around that?
Well, first off, some of the stuff that you can get is not really all that expensive, and you don't have to start off with a whole bunch of equipment or anything like that. You just really want to get yourself started.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can get yourself started, let's just say you start walking first.
Okay.
Okay, and you walk. You're giving yourself a good, vigorous 20-minute walk every day.
Mm-hmm.
You'll start to see results. Okay? You could go buy you a jump rope and skip rope. If you're just trying to lose weight, you're going to lose some weight. Just to break a sweat, jumping rope, you're going to lose some weight. I've seen where guys take plastic milk jugs, stuff them with sand, and you use that as weights.
That's the school I came from.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I want to interrupt you, but I don't really feel like that's a valid excuse in this day and age, because YouTube is free. And everybody has a smartphone. And if you can Google any type, you can put in there any type of exercise and you can find a video for free telling you how to do it. Whether it be from aerobics to strength training.
Whatever. Yes, and you don't necessarily need weights in order to do this.
Right.
You can use the stretch bands and stuff like that. All of that works, but you just have to use it.
Okay.
That's the whole thing. Back in me and Stacie's day, I think the big thing was push-ups.
Yep.
Push-ups
Right.
and sit-ups. That was the big thing. And if you could do so many push-ups and do so many sit-ups, you was considered being in shape. Whereas with kids anyway, you're pretty much in shape anyway as a kid.
Yeah.
But as you get older, if you can keep this stuff up you can keep yourself in shape.
Yeah.
You can keep yourself in shape. Now, just like I say, like with me and Stacie, we go back pretty far. So there was a guy named Jack LaLanne.
Yeah, I remember Jack
I
LaLanne.
watch him every morning.
Yep.
And Jack gives you some kind of exercise, and it was calisthenics. He didn't have no weights. It was all calisthenics.
Yeah.
Right.
Push-ups, jumping jacks, and stuff of that nature. That stuff will keep you in shape. A lot of people don't realize that, but that will keep you in shape. And then from there, you can go on to start doing like handstand push-ups. That's a tremendous thing. A lot of people don't even think about that. It's hard to do a handstand push-up.
It is. Yeah.
Let's say you set yourself a goal. I want to be able to do 5 handstand push-ups by this time.
Mm-hmm.
And you push for that goal. Now, once you make that goal, that's another thing, too. Working out is kind of goal-oriented. You set a goal for yourself, and you go for that goal. Now, once you achieve that goal, then you move on. And it could just be, okay, I want to be able to walk 3 miles. Okay, you've achieved that. Now you're walking 3 miles every day. Okay, now I want to be able to do 100 push-ups. You work out, keep going along. You achieve that 100 push-ups. Now you're doing your 3-mile walk and you're doing your push-ups. Yeah, I want to do so many sit-ups. And you just keep pushing yourself until you get to that goal. A lot of people don't really set themselves a goal. They just say, I want to get in shape.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean you want to get in shape? How do you want to get in shape? You want to get in shape? Do you want to build muscle? What is it exactly that you want to do? And once you can figure that out in your head, you have to set yourself a goal. Just like you set yourself a goal for in life. I want to graduate high school. I want to go to college and do 4 years and get a degree in whatever. I want to work this type of job. Well, those are all goals. You got to set goals to work out too.
Yeah. You know, that, what you just said, I mean, I'm starting to see a pattern here. And I know you guys are too. Especially with these things I'm reading off. I'm reading off the top 5 excuses. But it seems to all be coming back to it has to be a priority for you.
Exactly.
Yes, for sure.
It's everything you guys are saying is great, but it seems to just be coming back to it has to be a priority for you. It has to be something that you want to do. Life is going to happen, but if it's your priority to eat healthy and get in shape, then you are going to continue. Now, when they say cost, they're not just talking about the weights and whatnot, guys. I mean, and I know healthy food is a little bit more expensive than the everyday stuff that you can buy that is not so healthy for you, right? So guys, how can they get around that? I mean, planning meals. Because I know when I was down in Reno, you would give me like that little roll thing. But I know that was all protein. You always bought it for me, so I have no idea how much it costs. But how do they get around that? The cost of the food that has to, that you have to eat.
What's your number one investment, Stacie?
Me? You always so hard on me.
Brother, man. Your number one investment is yourself. Yes or no?
Yes, it's me. Yes.
So,
yes.
If you don't take care of that machine, you can't take care of anything else around you.
True that. True.
Correct?
Correct.
And that's the point. That's the point of this whole call. Is that's like the main point. I feel like.
Okay.
If you don't take care of yourself, like everything else will not be able to work.
Everything is gonna fall into God knows what. The cheapest protein out there is eggs.
Yeah, but you know me and eggs. I'm speaking for me right now. Me and eggs do not get
Okay.
along. So I would.
Yeah, but we all have different choices. But I'm just
Yeah.
giving you a general statement. The cheapest protein is eggs. You could buy a box of eggs.
Yeah.
Let's say you bought 6 of them. Rice is as much as a lot of things they try to say rice is this, rice is that. I'm a firm believer anything that's come out the ground
Mhm.
cannot be bad for you. Everything that come out this earth is supposed to be good for you. That's the way I see life. But that's everything that we need to make us better. But there's also a balance to everything. You
Right.
can't overdo it.
Exactly. Because anything
Right.
anything that's good for you can become bad for you if you overdo it.
Exactly.
And that's with
Right.
anything. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you could start by buying certain things. Like to me, you could buy potato, you could buy eggs, you don't need to buy bread, you could buy rice. Guess what? If you making that takes you further. Then try to go outside and buy something. I don't know how much McDonald's costs because I haven't touched that since I was in high school.
Yeah.
But let's just say the average McDonald's meal might be $5. I don't know.
Well, it's a lot more than
You can get
that.
Okay? So, how much can you get a bag of rice for? A bag of rice you could get, that's probably going to give you probably 4 or 5 meals. It depends how much rice you eat. Okay?
Now, are we talking
You could buy
like the brown rice or just regular, well, the white rice?
It's up to you. If you're going to eat the white rice, I say you eat less. If you're going to eat brown rice, you could get an extra spoon or 2. But that will go further. You buy eggs. $20 could give you 4 or 5 meals. Where if you go to McDonald's, that just might be 1 meal or 2. If you do it yourself, then we're going to come down, I don't have time to do it. But you got time to walk there, and then you got to come back home.
Yeah.
So by that time, you could have prepared 2 or 3 meals.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, one remedy that I have to try to make better decisions is I buy in more bulk. So, like, I'll buy the big packs of chicken instead of the small pack of chicken because it's cheaper and you get more. And then I separate it when I come home. And I put it into individual for what we're going to eat, my family's going to eat for a meal. And it's a lot cheaper. I can get 3-4 meals out of a $10 pack of chicken. So, that's a tip for you.
Okay. Now, now, see, I'm playing devil's advocate here because I'm thinking like, my subscribers are thinking. I mean, wasn't it not too long ago that the chicken was made of gold? I mean, didn't they have like a shortage on wings or something where they were charging like astronomical amounts of money for the bird? I mean, is that still?
Yeah, because even Wingstop became 5-star.
If we're paying attention, every week there's a shortage of something now.
Of something.
Prices go up.
Yes, it is.
There's a shortage.
This
There's
is
a
true.
shortage of beef right now. You
This
can
is-
price for steak.
This is true.
So,
This is most definitely
Yes,
true.
I actually went to the store and there was no eggs in the store, period.
yeah.
So there was a shortage on eggs.
There was a shortage on eggs. There's been a shortage on chicken.
Well, I know about the
There's been
chicken.
a shortage on a lot of different stuff.
Now, I got a question on that. There's a shortage of eggs, but if you know some local people that grow chicken, there's never a shortage. Why is that?
I have no. I didn't
yeah.
even answer that question.
That probably has more to do with the supply chain than the eggs themselves. You know what I mean?
I think it's probably controlling how much things go out so people could panic.
It could be. I mean,
Yes.
All right. So
it could
guys,
be possible.
that's another show. That's another show.
But yeah, we can't go far enough. We'll get kicked off.
We're making that right turn. Let's get back on the road. All right. All right. So the last thing is that the fifth excuse is that it's hard to stay focused. There's too much out there. You got this diet, the keto diet. You got you got all these different things that people are doing that your friend might be doing this, so you jump on that bandwagon, and then you talk to another person and they're doing this and you jump on that bandwagon. Hell, man, you got people. And this was another one that was on there as far as excuses. Man, it's like you have to give up, your entire life to make this happen. So let's say when I say your entire life, I'm exaggerating, of course, but let's say you are a chocolate lover. I mean, you would kill for a Dove chocolate bar. All right. But when, it is the conception that once you start down this path, the Dove chocolate bar is gone. You may never ever look at it. You can't think about it, and God forbid you touch it, because, it's just your stomach gonna blow up. So a lot of people are seeing, getting in shape and eating healthy and basically, like you said, doing the right thing. So like you said, Christina, so you are hopefully around a little longer. And gosh, like you told me, I am my best investment. But god dang it, man, I'm giving up the Dove chocolate bar. I like chocolate cake. I can't have any chocolate cake. So basically anything that I enjoy doing, I can't do anymore. So that's another thing that turns people off, from this, is that, god dang it, my quality of life is in the crapper, So
and that's really, to me, that's a really bad way for them to be looking at it, because the whole thing is for you to be trying to get into shape.
mm-hmm.
But just like with any diet, you have a cheat day.
Mhm.
There's a cheat day there. So, okay, that'll be the day that you have a half of a Dove bar instead of a whole Dove bar. Your next cheat day, you finish out that Dove bar. Or you love just milk chocolate is the chocolate that's bad for you.
Yeah.
Dark chocolate is supposed to be very good for you. And it's the choices you have to make. You have to look into certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You don't necessarily have to cut it all out, but you do have to keep control over it. You can't run out and go buy 5 Dove bars and eat a Dove bar every day. You can't do that. But you can, just like I said, you have a cheat day. Okay, today is Saturday. I'm gonna have me a Dove bar today, and then tomorrow I'm gonna continue on with my exercising and working out every day and everything. But you have that one cheat day.
Yeah. Now is that like
because
is that like a cheat day a month or a week, or one cheat day a week or one cheat day a month, or how's that? What are you saying?
you have to decide that on your own.
Oh, okay.
If you see where you can have a cheat day once a week, and it's not deteriorating what you're doing, let's say you're doing this, but you still see where you're gaining weight.
Yeah.
And it's not because of the muscle. You gaining weight because of what you're eating. Okay, cut it out. Cut it down. Have 2 Dove bars a month instead of 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then if that doesn't work, then cut it down to 1. And like I said, it could even be a half a Dove bar, because you just satisfying that craving.
Mm-hmm.
That's not anything that you're trying to get full off of. You're just satisfying the craving that you have.
Okay.
Kill the craving and can continue on doing what you was doing.
Okay. So, Goss, when you are training, do you give up all the guilty pleasures that, things that you enjoy while you're doing this?
I'm a little bit different from everybody else. I don't expect anybody to be like me. But being human is the number one thing. Like you said, you could have your Dove bar, but I'm going to tell you, Stacie, can you give me extra patience so we could make up those calories? That we got to break it down. Can you give me an extra mile? So guess what? Now, next month, you're going to be like, shit, I might want to have 2 Dove bars. Am I going to do the extra 2 miles to replace that? Because I'm the type
once I'm getting ready for a show, I don't care what it is, I don't want it. Because all that's in my head is win. Because I love winning too much. So I don't expect anybody to be like me. But if you're going to go and do certain things, know that, hey, let me go that extra mile so I can make sure my waistline don't get bigger. It's not that difficult. No, you don't have to be a saint. Not all of us going to be a... Being fit is not the same thing as being Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
So if you want to keep that six-pack or you want that six-pack, you just know you got to push it probably extra 20 minutes. I think you have it.
Okay. All right.
Put it in time and work.
Yeah, you got to put in work. That's yeah. So just all right, guys. So just to wrap this up, and then you chime in if I go off key a little bit. What I'm hearing is, number one and foremost, it has to be a priority. You have to make it a priority. Life is going to happen. You still have to make that a priority because, like God said, you are your best investment. Okay, so everybody agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So number two, they're basically, unless you have an injury of some sort, maybe, but really basically what I'm hearing from you guys is there really isn't a good excuse. Again, it comes back to, if you really want it, you're going to make it happen. I think, Matthew, you used the analogy about, hell, if I'm gonna get this money, I'm gonna make it happen. So if I want to get in shape, if I really want to get in shape, I'm gonna make it happen. So am I too far out in left field to say that there are no legitimate excuses? If you want to do it, you're going to do it. Are we in agreement on that?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I totally agree.
Okay. All right. And then the last thing is, if we put forth the effort, if we put forth a legitimate effort, if we put forth the effort, we will see results of one way or another. It could be, but I can't remember who said it, but I think it was Matthew. You said you have to set goals. You got to figure out what you're looking to do. Whether it be to gain mass, to gain muscle, to God will tell you, my big thing was, I don't want to get any bigger than I am. I just want to, cut this up. I want to make it lean and pretty. So that would be my thing. But somebody else, like you said, Matt, somebody else might want to get big. They might want to go for the, and be all huge and everything. But once you decide what you want to do, if you put forth the effort, you will see results. Everybody, are we in agreement on that? Are we in agreement on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, guys, this is the panel that I've assembled for this segment, and you heard them, and it really sounds really reasonable to me. If you put forth the effort, you will see results. But just like anything else, just like anything in life, anything good in life, it's going to take work. It really is. Relationships. If you want a decent relationship, a good relationship, it's going to take work. If you are putting together a car or working on a car, and you want it to run at its best, it's going to take work. You're going to have to put in work to make that thing run. I think it was Goss that said, this is your engine, and if you want it to work right, you got to put in the work, And so, guys, what I would like to do is I'm going to be doing a series of shows on this. This was, today was why we make this resolution and some of the pitfalls that prevent us from accomplishing it. I'd like to assemble you guys again, and I want to talk about different. I want to talk about different exercises, and I want to talk about diet, because I know for me, I'm just going to throw this one out there. I know for me, because of my schedule, eating right is hard, because because of my schedule. I mean, when I come in, I just want to go to sleep, hell, I'm working 2 jobs right now, and when I come in, I'm like, I just want to go to sleep, but I'm hungry, so I may eat something healthy. I might, make myself a small sandwich or whatever, so I'm not overdoing anything, but I eat it, but then I go to sleep. And so I know Goss is sitting there going, no, 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 no. But yeah, because I ate something, and now I'm not even trying to burn it off. I know I'm going to sleep because I'm tired. So I want to discuss things like that, because there are a lot of people that are in the same predicament, where they're working, 2 jobs, or the one job that they do have is very demanding, So heck, when they get home, man, they just want to take the shoes off and maybe get a little something, and they're not overdoing it. They're not going and eating an entire hog or anything. They're just, I want to eat something, and then I'm going to bed. So with the next show, what I want to get into is exercises to combat this time thing that everybody keeps talking about, and how to eat and when to eat, to maximize your body's ability to burn what you just put in there. So that's going to be the next show. So if you guys are game, I'd like to reassemble you, because you guys had some really good points. And like I told you, this time just flew. As a matter of fact, I think I'm over by a bit, so I'm going to wrap it up. But I'd like to get together and discuss that if you guys are game.
I'm good, sir.
All right.
I'm game.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. All right. I appreciate it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to you guys. Thank you so much. And I will let you know when we're going to be meeting again. And thank you and appreciate your time. And I'll talk with you guys later.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Welcome in.
All right. All right, guys. There you have it. For this segment of the health and fitness, like I said, it is a new year. 2022 can be your year. It's going to be mine, because I am going to make it a priority to get in shape and eat better and just make a better me. And I want you guys to take that journey with me. I will be chronicling, if that's a word. I will be videotaping, after we, do the segments, the shows, my journey on everything that we put together here. And so you can see my ups, my downs, my triumphs. Hell, I may even cry. I don't know, but I want to do this with you. And I want to make the start of 2022 just all the best that I can be. And I want you guys to do it with me. We can do this. All right, guys. If you like the content of the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. And you're definitely going to want to hit that notification bell for the next shows, the next segment on the fitness and health thing that we got going on. All right, I'm Stacie Lamar, and this is Chopping It Up with Stacie Lamar, and we see you on the next episode.